plaisir d'être avec vous tout au long de cette émission.
Un plaisir.
Et à vous, chers fidèles de l'émission Majuscule Propos, merci d'avoir été des nôtres. Prenez soin de vous. La télévision rwandaise reste à votre compagnie. A very good evening and many thanks for always joining me for RTV News in English. I am William Evans and these are our top stories tonight. President Paul Kagame and First Lady Jeanette Kagame today joined tennis fans at IPRC Chichuchiro for the men's single final of the ATP Rwanda Challenger 100. While authorities in Bugesera district are urging residents, especially patients, to continue preventing diseases and maintain the culture of paying community-based health insurance, commonly known as Mutuelle de Santé. On the international scene, more than 50 African migrants have been rescued from a boat in the central Mediterranean Sea. Pleasure is having you join me for RTV News in English. I'm William Evans. Now this is the news in detail. President Paul Kagame and First Lady Jeanette Kagame today joined tennis fans at IPRC Chichuchiro for the men's single final of the ATP Rwanda Challenger 100, where Argentina's Marco Ciuglieliti defeated Italy's Marco Cocciato to claim the title during the third edition of the international tournament hosted in Rwanda. We do have details. The final match, which lasted 1 hour and 57 minutes, brought together Argentina's Marco Ciuglieliti, currently ranked 131st in the world. Marco Ciuglieliti expressed his excitement, noting that the ranking points earned from this tournament will help him qualify for bigger international competitions, as is common for professional tennis players.
I like the conditions here. For me, sometimes it seems a bit crazy, but for me, coffee is very important. So places that I can drink good coffee, then for me is something that makes me feel good, and of course it makes me play better. It sounds a bit crazy, but those are very important things to me. And also I feel very comfortable here, and with the conditions and everything. Even though I was very close to lose on the second round and also on quarterfinals, so sometimes it's just a matter of little things, little details. And today, unfortunately for him, he was feeling some kind of injury on the back, so that's why I took some advantage on the second set. And then third set was much closer, but still he couldn't run much. But that's it. I think that was the key. Every single week we take an experience from whatever it has to be done for be a better player. And the last on February I played Davis Cup for Argentina for the first time, and for me it was tough because I lost both singles matches and especially the last one. So for me, I felt like it was a failure. But the important thing is not to put a tag on it, but it depends how you react to those situations. And for me, to come here, and last week I already played better tennis than I was playing, but this week is very important for me. Now I'm gonna be very close to my best ranking, which is my best ranking was 112, and now I'm going to be like 116 or something like that, which is important. Looking forward to Roland Garros and also for Wimbledon, to try to get into the main draw for my first time. I mean directly, because I always qualify there. But it's always important. As soon as your ranking gets better, then you get to play better tournaments as well, and also you are seated like higher. So it's always important, the ranking.
For Italy's Cecchinato, who gained international recognition in 2018 when he reached the semi-finals of the French Open, he says that the experience gained from the ATP Rwanda Challenger 2026 will help him better prepare for the upcoming tournaments.
Honestly, I came last year and I was very surprised because it's a very good tournament, and also congrats to the tournament director and everybody do something for organize this tournament, because are so good tournament here in Africa, and maybe I come back next year. Honestly, I prefer to play India Wells Miami, but in this date it's very good play on clay here in Rwanda, because the two tournaments are so good and the organization really good and very comfortable. So it's really nice to play here in Rwanda. Yeah, I started very good on my serve, and then after the first serve, the first set, I felt pain on my back, and then the second set was very fast, and then I served so and Marco played better than me.
The tournament has been taking place in Rwanda for the past 2 weeks. The president of the Rwanda Tennis Federation, Karenzi Theonest, commended partners for their support in organizing the event and helping elevate the sports profile in Rwanda.
Icyiciro turimo cya ATP Rwanda Challenger byatangiye mu mwaka wa 2024.
In 2024, with the support from our leadership, Imbuto Foundation, Office of the President and the Ministry, we began our first competition, Challenger ATP 50. For clarity, if we say ATP Challenger 50, the 50 is referring to the total points the winner gains. A number of these players need points to qualify for higher rankings and positions. And the more points you make, the higher your rankings get. From there, we hosted ATP Challenger 75 last year, and here we are hosting ATP Challenger 100 in our third year. The winner tonight bags 100 points and money, but what is most important to them usually are the points. This has also left us with many good developments. This place's infrastructure, for example, has grown over time, and secondly, when these international players come, our local players have a chance to learn from them by participating in these competitions too. We have also come to appreciate that the more we host such competitions, the more our game becomes famous, especially to the young people who did not know about it. We now have a big number of new tennis players and fans. The State Minister for Sports, Rwego Ngarambe, said that Rwanda's ability to organize and host an international professional tennis tournament demonstrates the country's progress in sports governance and its broader vision to nurture the talent across Africa, particularly among young athletes with potential in tennis.
Ni muri ya gahunda y'ubudasa bwacu ko gukomeza ndetse no gukwirakwiza ahandi hose kuko uyu mufatanyabikorwa.
This is still part of our uniqueness, which spreads across different sectors. The partners we are working with are the same people that took this game to other places, and we have also done a great job in organizing these games. But this is also about us continuing to give an opportunity to the rest of African players, because like you noticed, 6 African countries participated in this tournament. So this is a good opportunity for them to continue accumulating their points and positions. It is a long way to go, but we are hopeful that working with our partners, many more African players will have their talents developed through this. The ATP Challenger Tour is designed to help professional tennis players improve their rankings by earning points that allow them to progress on the global tennis rankings and eventually qualify for major tournaments organized by the Association of Tennis Professionals. This marks the third year Rwanda has hosted the tournament since being approved by the ATP, with the 2026 edition attracting 58 players from 28 countries around the world. Now, youth from universities and higher learning institutions are being encouraged to learn and document the history of Rwanda's national heroes as a foundation for their understanding the country's vision and contributing to its future development. This was highlighted by Mutoni Christine, the author of Pride of Tomorrow, which focuses on the future role of young people in advancing Rwanda's development and contributing to the national building.
Actually, the Pride of Tomorrow is more than a book. It's more than a book to launch. It's a vision. It's discipline. It's a transformation of youth. It shows how really you can mold yourself into the Pride of Tomorrow. It shows how you can also hope your own self. Like, it actually shows that someone is the one like responsible for his or her destiny. It's about the effort you put in. It shows how you can be the pride of tomorrow, how you can make yourself a better version. It's an encouragement book, yeah, and it has a lot of lessons. Specifically, this is a book of hope, and this is a book which will challenge everyone. Like, we are not supposed to wait for the answers always. We have also to find out solutions for ourselves. It talks about education beyond certificates, beyond having those certificates, beyond being educated. What's the struggle behind? What's the struggle of achieving all you need? So after the good grades, you also have to take an initiative of responding positively to the grades so that you can be the pride of tomorrow, so that you can be the person you want to really become. Yeah, so it's a challenging book, and it's a book which really shows how youth are supposed to take a journey of being the pride of tomorrow.
Now, according to Hategekimana Richard, youth should take the lead in telling and documenting their country's history rather than leaving the responsibility to others who may misinterpret or distort it.
It's a very, 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 very good book because it highlights the history of the RPA, Rwanda Patriotic Army's values from 1990 up to date. So those values, including the values of patriotism, hard working, resilience, accountability, thinking big. So for sure, this is a very, very, very good book that I encourage everyone to read and to understand this content, including that we are reading in this book for the sustainable development of our country. We humbly request all Rwandan youth for sure to have this culture of reading books, because if you don't read, you can't write. If you don't read books, you can't be knowledgeable. And as you know, in the government programs, NST2 and the Vision 25th of Rwanda and Agenda 2063 of African Union, in the sector of culture, it said that the knowledge of the economy of this country, the economy of Africa should be based on the knowledge. It's a knowledge-based economy. So today, reading books is one of the key tools that can help the government to achieve that target. So it's the reason why, as we know, the youth of Rwanda are 70%. So the youth of Rwanda should have this culture of writing books, reading books for the sustainable development of this country.
Richard Hategekimana is the president of Rwanda Writers Federation. Now, participants from 15 countries across different continents have completed a 2-week training in Rwanda on reconciliation and trauma healing, an approach developed in the country after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The program, known as Healing Hearts and Transforming Nations, is currently being implemented in about 40 countries that have experienced prolonged conflict and war. The initiative focuses on healing emotional wounds while promoting reconciliation and rebuilding societies. It is mainly delivered through church leaders and Christian-based organizations who then share the teachings within their communities. Participants say the training equips them with practical tools to facilitate dialogue, help communities to overcome trauma, and spread messages of healing and reconciliation.
I'm working towards helping the Christians in Pakistan work through persecution to be healed. And I know as God had done the work of healing in many hearts in Rwanda, and at the same time, I still also see the effect when I speak to people in the sessions we had, effect of people that's still on this road to healing. Thank you for the privilege that I could be in your country. It's a tremendous place to come and learn from.
Even I'm a pastor, but I'm suffered to serve my community with pain. So when I come to Rabajirana, to Rwanda, I get the same wounded heart, the same case, the same action of genocide here. And I get through the training, we learn from the people of Rwanda the life of forgiving. I'm really thankful.
I grew up in the northeast part of India where the violence and the conflicts were common, and then that's why the peace and reconciliations topic is very meaningful for me. And then with that, I also came out as a missionary to Thailand, and I'm working with the refugees and then IDPs and also stateless people. But when I came here, the depth of the lessons and also the practical that is like cannot compare with any other training. So personally, I've learned a lot, and then I'm going back with a lot of good memories and also with a lot of lessons taken back with me.
I talk to the survivors, male and female, and they express their emotions and pains and so many things. And we talk about that one, and that really touched my heart. And what I used to look at the people before, now that changed my way of thinking how my